Now on Fast Track News, Boilermakers gear up for the highly anticipated game against Indiana.
Plus, sickness continues to make its way around campus. We'll talk about how you can avoid the Purdue plague.
And Boilermaker Jack McKenna is one of just 6 remaining contestants on the second season of Beast Games. All your campus news and sports is straight ahead. Fast Track is back. Happy Friday, Boilermakers. I'm Sydney Matthews.
And I'm Taylor Switzer. It's February 20th. Here's a look at your campus news for the week. First, how can you protect yourself during flu season? Reporter Casey Cervenka has the story.
Happy Friday, Boilermakers. I'm Casey Cervenka here at the Purdue Pharmacy building to talk flu season. We had one student eager to chat with us about how his semester has been turned upside down by the Purdue plague.
I get sick pretty frequently when I'm here, especially like showing up that first week. And you hear a bunch of people coughing in exam halls and like in the big lecture halls. When I get sick for a really long time. So that almost entire week I was out with a cold.
Have you gotten a flu vaccine?
Yeah, I think I got it when I was here at like a CVS or something like that. I also like have some teachers cancel class because their kids were sick. Like this semester I've missed like almost 3 classes already because one of my teachers had a kid who was sick with a fever and he had to stay home and take care of her.
The flu shot is one of many vaccines available for no cost to Purdue students, faculty, and staff. You can find more information and schedule your flu shot online at the Purdue Pharmacy Immunization website or Purdue Student Health Services patient portal. As a reminder, be sure to wash your hands frequently, avoid touching your face and eyes, and take proper action if you feel symptoms. For Purdue students, remember that the Office of the Dean of Students cannot excuse absences or grant late assignments due to flu-related illnesses. As always, try to follow each class's procedure on excused absences and let professors know ahead of time if you'll be absent.
Remember your basics, Boilermakers, and stay home if you're sick. For Fast Track News, I'm Casey Cervenka.
If you haven't heard, we have a Beast Games contestant among us. While everyone thought he was in a medical research study, Purdue junior Jack McKenna was actually competing for $5 million. He was chosen from 400,000 applicants to compete against 200. Jack was accepted into the High IQ Society at age 15 and is now a computer engineering student, hence his nickname on the show, Child Genius. He told Purdue the experience was intense, exhausting, and unforgettable. During over a month of filming, contact with the outside was restricted, but Jack is grateful for the connections he made with the other competitors. Filming ended last summer, but Jack is sworn to secrecy about the outcome. After competing in the top 10 in yesterday's episode, he is advancing to the final round. Watch the Beast Games finale next Wednesday. Fast Track has contacted Jack for an interview, but has not received a response.
On Wednesday, Purdue student government passed a bill encouraging transparency between professors and students accused of using AI dishonestly. The bill would encourage professors to discuss dishonest AI usage with the student before taking disciplinary action. The student body secretary, Lana Shaw, told us that this bill would give students the opportunity to have their voice heard.
Just to try to make this process easier for both the students and for professors and other faculty.
Up next, a look at Purdue's latest career fair, where Boilermakers put their professional skills to use.
And still to come, a new restaurant opens in Discovery Park. We'll be back after this short break.
This club is unique, it's fun, it's active.
Assuming weather allows us, we'll be performing on March 6th at Memorial Lawn for Mental Health Action Week.
Anyone is welcome here. You don't have to be queer to come here. You're welcome to just come in, stop by, say hi to people.
I feel like it's helped me find my friend group. I don't think that without this place I would have had such a strong, close-knit social group as I've formed here.
The program allows students to finish their bachelor's degree and also get an online master's degree that overlap during their last year at Purdue.
Students can more quickly work towards a graduate degree while concurrently starting their professional careers.
The online program allows them to kind of go at their own pace, and so they're not having to abide by the academic calendar.
And our goal is that this would make you even more compelling for your next opportunity in the workforce.
For many Boilermakers, the start to a new semester means it's time to suit up.
Reporter Bailey Burns went to the CUREC for the Daniel School of Business Career Fair to learn more about how people are approaching this coming recruiting season.
The Daniel School of Business Career Fair is a place where students can meet employers and make a good first impression in hopes of getting an interview. We spoke to sophomore Elsa Braunschneider about her hopes for the career fair.
I'm hoping for at least a couple interviews for an internship, and I hope that the companies will actually reach back out if I give them my resume. So maybe even if it's not this summer, it might be next summer. I feel a little stressed, a little nervous, but at the same time, these people are going through all the same things. They're nervous to talk to us too because they're recruiting, and they need good candidates as well.
Despite the nerves she came in with, she's relying on her preparation to make a good impression.
I just worked on my resume, and then I practiced out loud with my roommates, talking about my elevator pitch. And then I did a career fair last night that was just less people, and it kind of helped me prepare for the bigger one.
Everyone prepares differently for the career fair, and junior Isabel Lisk believes her past experience helps her feel more comfortable.
I would say first couple of years it is a little nerve-wracking to see the amount of people here, but you do get used to it over time, and it's just a bunch of people wanting to network. That's all it is.
Now that we've spoken to some students about the career fair, what's it like on the other side? What are recruiters looking for?
The major really doesn't matter. If you're coming in with the right attitude, the right work ethic, you can be successful in anything you want, right? Yeah. To listen, to learn, and just go through those trials and tribulations for every single role, that's what we're looking for.
Finally, we asked recruiters what advice they would give students for future career fairs.
Take a deep breath, let your personality shine through, but come prepared.
Yeah, be yourself, be confident, and come prepared, have a resume.
I'd say talk to everyone. There's a bunch of different organizations here, different industries. You don't know what you don't know, and a conversation never hurts.
Reporting for Fast Track News, I'm Bailey Burns.
If you're still looking for a job, don't panic. There are more career fairs coming up in the spring. Find more information at cco.purdue.edu.
A new food option has opened on the west side of campus. The Lawrence Restaurant and Events opened its doors on February 2nd in the Discovery Park District. Owned by Cunningham Restaurant Group, the new location combines seasonal cuisine and a unique venue to provide a dining experience that honors Indiana's agricultural history. The Lawrence is named after Lawrence Beck, founder of Beck's Hybrids and great-grandfather of current owner Sonny Beck. A Purdue alum himself, Sonny Beck donated this historic 1930s barn that now houses the restaurant. The Lawrence's menu is crafted from fresh, locally sourced ingredients, including produce from Cunningham's hydroponic greenhouse. Additionally, the restaurant offers a full bar, outdoor pavilion, and private event space. For more information, visit their website at thelawrencerestaurant.com.
Just ahead, we'll see how Purdue men's basketball faced off against number 1 Michigan this week and how they're gearing up for the rematch rivalry game against IU tonight.
Also, we'll see how Purdue wrestler Joey Blaze is heating up the competition this season. I'm Sophie McLaughlin.
And I'm Jared White. Don't go away. Sports is next. Purdue's Big Ten title hopes remain on a thread heading into Tuesday night's game against top-ranked Michigan. The Boilermakers needed the game to help them capitalize on their record leading into the Big Ten tournament. Michigan came out on top, beating Purdue 91-80.
With postseason play right around the corner, number 7 seed Purdue turned its attention to Wednesday's matchup against Michigan. With a possible Big Ten title run approaching, the Boilermakers knew a strong performance in this game was vital as they looked to build momentum and protect home court against number 1 seed Michigan.
The energy was undeniable inside Mackey Arena.
A sea of black filled the stands as Purdue fans brought one of the loudest environments the building has seen all season, creating a ferocious, hostile atmosphere for the top-ranked Michigan Wolverines. Trey Kaufman-Renn fed off this energy, leading to his season-best game, putting up a whopping 27 points. Trey gave his insight about Michigan on the ball.
I don't think they do anything special as far as like schematically. They have really good players. They rebound the ball well.
Not only was the aggression felt in the stands, it was also felt on the court. Both teams forced turnovers, battled for every rebound, and left nothing on the court as players dove in every direction for loose balls. But despite the electric home crowd, Michigan weathered the early pressure. A 15-0 run in the first half allowed the Wolverines to break open the game, proving they could handle what players later called the craziest road environment they'd faced all year.
You got to make more shots. You got to make more plays. They make their free throws. Their bench doesn't turn the ball over. That's good. They're the number one team in the country for a reason.
Reporting from Mackey Arena, Ireland Jones, Fast Track Sports.
Purdue will be in action again tonight against Indiana. We'll have more on how that rivalry game goes next week.
Purdue women's basketball hosted Rutgers on Saturday, looking to stay in the hunt for the conference tournament. This one was a tale of two halves for the Boilermakers. Purdue was ice cold from the field in the first half and went into the locker room down by 1. Despite the early shooting woes, the Boilers came out of their break blazing. Their shooting percentage in the second half was more than double what they shot in the first. The team also turned up the heat on the defensive side, holding Rutgers to just 13 points in the third quarter to put the game away. The Boilers padded their lead in the fourth to win 72-57. This is Purdue's fourth win in the Big Ten, surpassing last year's total of 3 conference wins. The Boilermakers sit in 14th place, just above the cutoff for the conference tournament. Head coach Katie Geralds aims to finish the season strong to secure their spot.
We understand where we are in terms of, trying to find our way into the Big Ten tournament. If we can control, we can control, and we've got 2 opportunities at home and 2 opportunities on the road, and right now the next step is a home game against Iowa and trying to figure out how to win that one.
After the game against Iowa, the Boilermakers have chances against Maryland, Oregon, and Northwestern to pick up another conference win and cement their place in the tournament.
The Boiler baseball team also had their season start this weekend in Sugar Land, Texas. They started a face-off against the Portland Pilots on Friday and ended on Saturday, where they won 2 of the 3 games. In the second game, pitcher Zach Erdman made his Purdue debut. The Texas native pitched 8 innings of 3-hit ball, striking out a career-high 7, and did not issue any walks. This was the first time a Boilermaker has gone 8 innings on the mound since 2023. The Boilers will play in the Round Rock Classic this weekend.
This past weekend, the Purdue softball team spent Valentine's weekend competing in the Easton Bama Bash. On Friday the 13th, the Boilers were able to beat Georgia Southern 4-0 in their first game, but unfortunately had a frightening loss to Alabama 10-0. The next day, Purdue had 2 rematches against each team, losing yet again to number 10 Alabama 8-0, but something good to come out of that game was Kendall Rainey's first ever career hit. The Boilermakers turned the day around with a sweet win against Georgia Southern 8-7. Purdue's game against Liberty on Sunday was canceled. Purdue's next series will be in Atlanta, Georgia, where they'll be competing in the Georgia Tech tournament, which begins this morning at 11 a.m.
Purdue tennis faced a tough weekend on the court. The men dropped their Big Ten opener at Wisconsin 6-1, with Maj Primzel delivering the Boilers' lone victory in singles. Meanwhile, the women pushed Kentucky into a competitive 4-2 duel. Ejay Genger and Catherine Wilson each came through with key singles wins. Now, both squads head back to West Lafayette looking to bounce back on home court. The women play Ball State today, and the men will be facing off against Illinois State on Thursday.
Purdue alumni and current students reached new heights at the international level. Alum Stephanie White, head coach of the Indiana Fever, will serve as assistant coach for Team USA for the FIBA Women's World Cup qualifying tournament in San Juan, Puerto Rico this upcoming March. Purdue Global students make international achievements. Ashley Farquharson and Siobhan Forgan hit the slopes this past week at the Milan Cortina Olympics. Farquharson made the Boilermakers and Team USA proud, earning bronze in women's single luge. The Purdue Global student finished with a total time of 3 minutes and 31.582 seconds. Siobhan Forgan made history being part of the debut of women's doubles luge in the games. Her and her teammate Sophia Kirkby ranked 5th in the competition.
The Purdue women's golf team attended the Spartan Sun Coastal last weekend in Florida. The competition was close, with Maryland and Kent State tying for 5th place, barely beating Purdue, who ended the tournament placing 7th out of 16 teams. This tournament closes out the women's February schedule as they prepare to compete at the Waukesha Shootout in South Carolina in March. Similarly, the men's golf team prepares for their March tournament in Awendaw, South Carolina. Purdue men's golf placed 13 at their last tournament in Puerto Rico earlier this February, but are hoping to see better results come March.
Here's your latest on Purdue track and field. Over the past weekend, the Boilermakers closed out the indoor regular season with a big performance. Sophomore Hugh Jacobsmeyer ran 1 minute and 48 seconds in the 800 meters to break a 33-year-old school record, one of several top 10 performances by the team at the Tiger Paw Invitational and Indoor Music City Challenge. Meanwhile, teammates Brittany Johnson and Seamus Malosky added wins in weight throw and shot put events, and the 4x400 relay posted one of the fastest times in program history. Up next for Purdue, the team will be heading into the Big Ten Indoor Championships in Indianapolis later this month, a key meet as the Boilers look to carry their momentum into postseason and national competition.
This past week, Purdue wrestler Joey Blaze won his 17th dual match of the season, leaving him undefeated. He competed against Iowa's Michael Caliendo and resulted in an increase in his weights rank. Here's sports reporter Lorelai Yeager with more on this story.
When Purdue wrestling is in need of a spark, Joey Blaze is always there to light them on fire. This 165-pound junior from Ohio has gone undefeated this season, leading Purdue to its 11th rank in Big Ten play. I'm here at Lambert Fieldhouse today to see what a regular practice looks like for him and the rest of Boiler Wrestling. This season so far, Joey is ranked 3rd in his weight and has a stellar record of 17-0 in all match play. And normally, keeping up with a record like that can be stressful, but Joey sees it differently.
I would just say having good support from my teammates and then my coaches and also just my family. You know, they keep every match kind of fresh for me just because it's another opportunity, and not looking at it as I'm undefeated, more looking at it as I'm 0-0 every time I go step out there. Yeah, I would just say, you know, it's a family, and I came here, I was super young. I was 18 as a true freshman, and they you know, trusted me enough to let me wrestle a full season in the lineup. So I think that just kind of speaks volume to the type of people that are around this place. They're people that when they say you're allowed to do something or that they're going to help you do something, they're going to help you do it. They've just also made me a better person and a better human. So that's more important to me than being a really good wrestler, honestly.
Yeah, Joey has always been an incredibly hard worker and dedicated kid, so that's always been a constant for him. I think the thing where he's grown the most is just kind of his mindset. You know, always been a great competitor, but how he looks at competing has definitely changed. It was maybe something where, you know, he put a lot of stress on himself, like I have to win, you know, just wanting to win above all else and not looking at it from a place of gratitude and enjoying how hard he's worked and the ability to compete, which has really freed himself up.
On this team, Joey is seen as a person to look up to and somewhat of a leader. You can hear him at practice share input on ways to improve and is always supporting his teammates, keeping energies high and allowing for fun to happen on the mat.
I would just say that's how I know I perform my best is if I'm just laughing, kind of goofing around. I would say like I kind of just dance around before I go out and wrestle, and I think that just kind of helps me keep it fresh and keep it fun.
Reporting from Lambert Fieldhouse, I'm Lorelai Yeager, Fast Track Sports.
Purdue Wrestling has another dual match against rival Indiana coming up later on today. We'll see how Joey Blaze and the rest of his teammates are able to compete.
That's a wrap for sports.
But stay tuned. Fast Track will be back right after this quick timeout.
At Purdue University, we're not just students, we're future leaders. Join Air Force ROTC to embark on a journey of honor, excellence, and service. Learn, lead, and soar to new heights. It's not just a commitment, it's a calling. Purdue Air Force ROTC, where dreams take flight. Are you ready to rise? I got a switch in my head. I go from living to dead. You got me seeing all red. Now I'm becoming.
If I could describe Boilers Go to DC in one word, I would say insightful. I've done a couple internships in DC, but this experience was different and opened my eyes into what other aspects of DC has to offer in networking and relationships as well.
If I could describe BGDC in one word, I would say eye-opening. I've been to DC a couple times before, but I have had nowhere close to an experience as immersive or as informative as the BGDC experience.
If you're interested in politics and you want to get into working in government, this is a good experience for you.
It was something I initially myself really wanted to do, but I know there were a lot of people that might be on more of the fence about it. And I truly think BGDC was worth every penny, every time I did a reflection. Absolutely worth it.
If I can describe BGDC in one word, it's life-changing.
The Center for C-SPAN, which is this organization, the CCSC, what we do is we facilitate like a bunch of organizations, different programs for Brian Lamb, which is the founder of C-SPAN. Anyone can be part of CCSC, whether it be through our various internships, our competitions, just to be involved, even like our student community meetings that we have every week. Anyone can go, you don't have to be communications or poli-sci. You just meet so many people, the connections you make is kind of crazy, the range that CCSC has. So yeah, it's just provided me so many opportunities to like kind of achieve the goals I have personally and forward to like whatever career paths I choose.
Now it's time for our question of the week.
Taylor and I asked students about their thoughts on the basketball game versus IU later tonight.
I have hope. I think we learned our lesson. You know, defending the three-point line, I think, was the biggest thing. We played well last week and against Iowa this past weekend, so I have a lot of hope.
I think so. I mean, last time we were on, the end of like a 3-game losing streak, and I think it was just a tough time. Rebounding, I think we figured out pretty early on that like that's going to be a strength of ours and not, something that is going to come bite us in the tournament. But of course, it's a rivalry game. I think I'm looking forward to seniors, especially their last game against IU, bringing the intensity. So definitely something I'm looking forward to as a Purdue fan for Friday.
I'm not sure. I think we will be able to pull out the win. But I think Trey Commoner, I'm going to call you out right now. Like, you got to grow up and play how you're used to. So
I think we're going to come back this time. Hopefully the team gets it together. Yeah. We're probably less in our heads now, I'm hoping, since we did just win the last game.
I think so, because last time IU came off the natty, so I feel like they've had time to settle, so I think we can come back and win it.
That's all for your campus news this week.
Have a great weekend, Boilermakers.